Hi, namaste everyone. This is Bhavani from nurture5. Here I am in US. I'm touring US. I have attended Michael Pilarski's workshop. I really enjoyed it. It's worth of my trip. Spending some quality time and learning so much from him. And thanks for joining.
Thank you, Bhavani.
He's a great environmentalist, naturalist, and he does a lot of wildcrafting, and he's a great teacher too. So let's start the interview here, podcast. And how did you come to this path, actually? You started.
I wanted to help the world's people, so I took a vow to work for the people, and then I started farming and realized that I wanted to dedicate my efforts to the planet as well. So it's people and the planet are both of my vows to work with them. So, and working with the planet has so many different parts to it: the farming, the wildcrafting, the restoration, ecology. Yeah, so I'm doing so many different pathways over the years. I studied permaculture and then agroforestry and then ethnobotany, wildcrafting, herb growing, and herbalism. So, and ecosystem restoration. Those are some of my big topics. Weeds, I study weeds. Weeds are a big part of the world.
Yeah, it is helping people and planet too. And you have written a lot of books, and where people can go and see in your Friends of the Trees website, and you can see the books, what he has written, and all his work. Permaculture designs all over the world, a lot of countries he visits, and Hawaii. He holds the workshops in US, and you can just take a look at it and join. Like me, I came all the way just to attend the in-person workshop. Is a great thing to learn from you. That's what I felt.
And we have lots of YouTube, so you don't have to spend any money. You can just go to my YouTube channels and find lots of things there.
So in the farm, we have interviewed already the 1/4 acre farm. It's a lot of diversity in there. So what are you doing in the farm? Agroforestry?
Yeah, we grow trees, shrubs, and medicinal plants in a multiple story ecosystem.
Multi-layered structure.
Multi-layered. Yeah, it's yeah.
How many varieties do you have? Do you grow? You have been doing it for 20 years?
That 2 acres, 20 years. 20 I have years. Gardens in other places. I start mini gardens, and sometimes I give them to other people. Sometimes they get abandoned, but and sometimes I sell them to other people. But, yeah.
Oh, so it's a lot of effort growing for 20 years in agroforestry, and it's a multi-layer.
Yeah, I started farming in 72, so it's now 51 years since I started doing this.
It's a lot of effort.
That's why I have the white hairs and all those 51 years. All right.
We are walking here, Michael Pilarski's Friends of the Tree Botanical Garden. And you see this is 1/4 acre. We see 70 varieties of medicinal plants. It's a beautiful farm. I'm really amazed that 70 varieties of crops, medicinal herbs you are growing. It's inspiring for me. I have not seen a farm like this. How did you design these 70 varieties, and like even the height wise or width wise, everything spacing is very important? So
yes. Well, it changes every year. Our rows are basically 3 feet apart, but some things get big and cover a big area, and some things stay small and cover a small area. And I knew which things would get tall and which ones would get wide, and so I could do my spacing with all that in mind. And then in the early years, we have a lot of annual short-term crops to make money in the early years, and then the perennials fill out. So over time, the early stages of the early crops sometimes disappear. Partly they disappear and are replaced by the perennial crops. We plant them all at the same time. We plant trees, shrubs, perennial herbs, annuals, all the first year. We plant the whole thing one go. And some things we have to harvest, and then we can put in new crops. Roots get dug up.
This space, how did you select this space?
It was the only one available in the area. It was very hard to find a farm place. And there's a lot of good things about the place. And so we're happy to be here and at Fin River Farm in Chimacum, Washington. And it's an agro-tourism cider place. So hundreds and thousands of people come here every year and walk by my herb farm.
Wow,
so we
great.
keep it really nice and beautiful for them. Plus, I like to farm that way. My gardens are usually very well maintained, weeded, beautiful mini flowers, really good for the honeybees. And there was very little earthworms when we got here, and now there's a lot of earthworms.
What's the condition of the soil here when you start doing the farming here?
The soil had problems. It was, I would say, an average soil. It had very few earthworms, and now we have lots of earthworms. It was compacted. Now we have much less compaction. We're decompacting the site with the plant roots mostly, and the microorganisms and the things that live in the soil, and the earthworms are all decompacting the soil. It was low in nutrients when we started, so we had to add minerals to make it more fertile. And it had a fungal root rot that affected some of my plants, and some of my crops were suffered because of the root rot. And as the soils improved, the root rot has gotten less and less. So we're
did
making
you supply any kind of a herbicide, even natural herbicide?
no herbicides, no pesticides.
Okay, even the
The
natural
way
ones.
we did a few, we've maybe used neem and one other thing on one crop, but we generally do not use even natural pesticides. No.
Okay.
Bhavani, it's so nice to have somebody from India here. We don't get many people from India here to appreciate our gardens here. So thank you for coming and sharing the place with your listeners.
Thank you, Skeeter, for giving me this wonderful opportunity to shoot the video with you in the farm. Really inspired by your farm design and your hard work and your enthusiasm to show the way to people how to farm and apply permaculture principles.
There's a couple topics there, but mixed in front of me, right around me, we have annual crops. This is a borage. We'll cut it off several times and dry it. We have uh, this one right here called wild lettuce, and we're harvesting that right now. We're taking the top, but then we're throwing away the root because I don't want it. It's a weed. And then right in front here is shepherd's purse, and that's also a medicinal plant. So I have three annuals I can have here. But then this is short-term perennial. This is skullcap, a nice bed plant. So that's a nice bed here. And will be a good crop. And then this is a 2-year crop back here. This is elecampane. After 2 years or even 3 years, I can dig the root. So that's a root crop, 2 or 3 year. And then this is black cohosh, and this is a 4-year crop. This is going beautiful. This is a big look. It's so big and healthy. So at the end of 4 years, we dig this root. This is its 3rd year. So it has one more. One more year after, and then we'll be harvesting these roots. So I have in here, and then that space will be open, and something else will go in.
What are these flowers?
That's the borage, same as this one here. So that's ready to harvest. We'll cut that and harvest it, but we also harvest it for seed. So another week we could harvest it for seed, and I sell the seed. So we also have seed crops here. And you mentioned we control weeds. We do a lot of hand pulling. I don't have my hori on me, but I do hand weeding. And then we do a lot of chips, these wood chips here. And that covers and mulches our soil, so we get much less weeds inside our mulch. So we use mulch a lot for weeds. And we also do weeding. We're just regular old-fashioned weeding. But you can see there's very few places for weeds here. there's some soil covered here. We'll clean that up, and then we'll mulch that. And so the goal is no soil is showing. It's only either crops or the chips. And notice how tight I space things. I like all my soil surface to have crop leaves over it. The more leaves you have, the higher your productivity. So here, this is comfrey. I'll cut that soon for drying. We get 4 cuttings from that. Here's the elecampane. Here is currant berry. So this is a medicinal berry crop, and back here we have madder, which is a medicinal weed and a dye plant. So there's really not much room for weeds in here. It's thick with crop plants. So I am famous for really getting as many crop plants as possible in a space. So
I see a lot of thyme here. Is it a good pollinator and a lot of beautiful flowers here?
Yeah, it's the thyme it's a medicinal and also used in the kitchen. So it's both. Most kitchen herbs are medicinal, and thyme is a really good antiviral. And right now it's just really going into flower. So we have a lot of honeybees working it here. And so this is 1 week away from harvest there, and once it's more fully flowering. But these thyme this is their 4th year, and they were transplanted here, and they're doing really well. Nice big mounds of green leaves, very healthy. Very happy with them. And next door we have some marshmallow. We have to cut those leaves. There's a and then there's licorice out here. So this soil here had chips put on it, but they've been digested. So we need to put a new layer of chips on it because there's so much bare here. So we're in the process of weeding this, and then we're going to put chips down here because it's we're starting to see soil, and then where you see soil, then the weeds come.
And so, it's going to spread too, this one.
Yeah, these licorice are spreading really nicely here. Next year we'll probably we'll wait maybe 1 more year, 2 years, and then we'll dig it all up for propagation material and for medicine for the licorice root.
This is so cool. I love this bag. So you can just harvest it and put it in here. Those pockets you can use it. How do you want me to cut it?
We're gonna cut about halfway down, and then it will regrow and make some more. So we'll get 2 more cuttings this year on this marshmallow. And these are tree planting bags. They're made for hauling trees for planting in the mountains, but they're really good for harvesting. So I use these for harvesting here. They walk with you. You don't have to carry anything.
It's going to regrow. So we are just
So we're just taking
this
will all get dried.
dried and then sell the herb.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's good for the stomach. Yeah, when inflamed things. This is fights inflammation.
Thanks for watching. Please wait for another exciting video, that is part 2, podcast with Michael Pilarski. Thanks for watching. If you like our videos and would like to know more about our work, please like and subscribe for future videos.